Hello friends, welcome back. If you're here for the first time, welcome. Today I have a fun video for you all. It is part of a collaboration, but I will tell you guys about that a little later. From now, let's go into the video. DIY number 1. For this project, I'm going to use one of these little ceramic kettles, or I don't know, water can? Yeah, water can from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to go ahead and paint it with this maize color from Waverly. I'm going to give it a full coat using this color. Then I'm going to go ahead and take some of my moss color paint from Waverly, and I'm going to color in the little leaves on the flower that is in the front of this can. Once the leaves have dried, I'm going to come in with some white paint. I'm using some paint and primer from Decor to do this. And I repeated this process with all of the flowers on this can. My friends, this video is part of a collaboration that Crafted by Corie hosts every month, and it is the Minis Challenge. Make sure to go over to her channel, listed in the description box below, so you're able to see all of her beautiful creations, and also click on the playlist so you can enjoy all of the creations so many talented people are putting together here for you. After I touched up with yellow in between the petals, I took some of these little beads that I got from Amazon and put them in different sections of the water can. Friends, if you're enjoying this video so far, I'm going to ask you to go ahead and click that like button so YouTube knows that you're enjoying my content and it shows it to more people. And if you really enjoy my content, go ahead and subscribe. It is free and it means the world to me. Friends, I had no rhyme or reason where to put the bees. I just put them, as random as possible, just so they look like it's just crawling on the water can. Once I was satisfied, I am done. Look at this, guys. Let me know how you like it. I think it's so adorable. DIY number 2. For this project, I'm going to use this little ceramic base, also from the Dollar Tree, and I'm painting it with my maize Waverly paint. Then I'm going to go ahead and come in with the same white that I used for the previous DIY, my Black & Decker satin color, and I'm going to just fill in the petals of each one of the little flowers that come in this jar. And make sure to leave the center of the flower on my maize color. Friends, don't forget to go ahead and look at the pinned comment below and on the description box, and you'll be able to find a link for the playlist for this collaboration so you don't miss out on any of the videos of so many talented creators are put together for you. To complete this flower, I took my moss color from Waverly and I'm painting in the leaf and the little stem of the flower. Once my entire vase was painted and dry, I'm coming in with some of this floral foam from the Dollar Tree and I'm placing it into my little jar. I'm going to take one of these dowel rods. I got these from Walmart. For some reason, I couldn't find dowel rods in any of my Dollar Trees. Are you guys experiencing shortage on that as well? Let me know in the comment section, please. So once I cut one of those dowel rods to the desired height, I'm going to go ahead and take one of those floral balls and pierce my stem, or my stem, or we can say a dowel rod onto it, and I'm going to go ahead and take some hot glue and glue on some floral moss to the entire thing. Just be very careful here so you don't burn yourself. Friends, I want to take the time to thank you for clicking on my video. I really appreciate your support, and if you're go ahead and subscribe. It is free and it means the world to me. Once the ball was completely covered, I just took my scissors and gave it a quick little haircut so everything looked nice and neat. In the midst of all of this, my dowel rod became loose, so I'm just going to use a little bit of hot glue and put it back in the hole so everything is nice and steady. Then I'm putting it into my vase, but it was a little too high. This happens to me a lot, guys. I don't know why. But anyway, I'd rather be too big and be able to cut it down than too small and having to redo it, right? Anyway, I cut off a piece and now it is a perfect height. I'm gonna go ahead and secure it with a bit of hot glue and put it right back in. Then I'm gonna come in with some of these flowers from the Dollar Tree. I'm just gonna cut the flowers off the stems and I'm going to be adding them onto my little topiary. Now that the flowers are all done, I'm gonna come in with some of the beads, the bee beads, and I'm going to add them all over the topiary as well. And this is how it's looking so far. Next, I just took some floral moss and I'm going to add it to the bottom to cover my floral foam, and that is it. What do you think of this cute little thing? DIY number 2. For this project, I'm going to use one of these hexagons from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to paint it using my maize color from Waverly. Yes, Waverly. I painted the front, the sides, and you should do the back. I forgot to do the back here, but I will go back and do that later on. So I just give it 2 coats of that. Then I'm coming in with this stencil that I got from Temu, and I'm going to go ahead and just tape it right on there to secure it in place. And then I'm going to come in with my same color, my maize color, and I'm going to dabble it on just to avoid any kind of bleed through for the next color. Once that was completed, I'm coming in with another dauber with my black folk art paint, and I'm going to go ahead and stipple it on to transfer my image onto this surface. I made sure to stipple every little nook and cranny to make sure that I had a nice and crisp picture, and then I went over and removed my stencil to reveal a very nice and crisp picture. Then I took the dauber and I'm going to distress, or do a heavy distressing really, of the corners. I just wanted that yellow to show through. And then I'm adding some of the beads on top of it, just crawling around in the top. And here it is all complete. Let me know what you think. I absolutely love it. DIY number 4. For this one, I'm going to use one of these medallions from the Dollar Tree and 2 packs of these beads from the Dollar Tree as well, and a pack of black beads from the Dollar Tree, and I couldn't remember here. Oh yeah, some jute cord. The first thing that I did is remove all of the yellow beads from each one of the packs. Those are the only ones that I'll be using from those. And once I had them all out, I'm going to go ahead and take my, what do you call it? My jute cord. And I'm going to start threading them into my jute cord. I started with threading 3 first. My thought was 3 of the yellow and 1 of the black. But then I changed my mind, so I started doing only 2 of my yellow and 1 of the black. And what I did to do that was just take a bit of hot glue and put it on the tip of my jute cord and make sure that it was nice and stiff, so I was able to thread the beads through it. And I just continued doing that until I ran out of yellow beads pretty much. Then I took the medallion and I'm going to go ahead and remove the little metal that it comes with, and I'm going to thread my jute cord through it and tie a double knot, making sure that it's nice and knotted at the center there at the medallion, so I'm able to put the bead right on top. Anytime I do a double knot, I always like to add a dab of hot glue on it to make sure that it's nice and secure. And I'm just gonna go ahead and trim off the excess jute cord. And then I make sure to position the bead exactly on top of the knot, and then I put a little dab of hot glue and make sure that that's right on top, and so it looks nice and clean and the bead hides the knot. Now that this end is taken care of, I'm gonna go ahead and cut off the jute cord from the pile there, and I'm going to work on creating a tassel. But first I wanted to add some more. I wanted to finish off my yellow beads, so I just threaded the same way, 2 yellow, 1 black, and then I'm going to start working on creating my tassel. So I had very little of my jute cord left, so I just took it off of my dispenser, and I'm just going to wrap it around my fingers a few times until I finish off the entire spool. And this is going to be my tassel. While I'm wrapping, I'm trying to make sure that the length of my jute cord are all the same. And then I'm going to take the end, create a loop, and then I'm going to put the end of my jute cord through that loop in order to create a nice knot to secure my tassel in place. Then I'm stretching it out, making sure that it's a nice length. And then I'm going to go over and tie my beaded garland onto the tassel, or the tassel onto the beaded garland, either way. I just tied together the little piece that I had on the tassel that I created a loop with, and the remainder of the cord that was on the garland together on a double knot like you see right there. And then I did another knot on the other direction and cut off the excess. And now I'm going to go ahead and create my little tassel top. I just took a piece of jute cord and I'm tying it at the top, and then I'm going to wrap around it a few times until it creates a nice little topping. When I get towards the end of my wrapping, I just create a small loop and I thread that twine onto that loop, make sure that stretch it nicely so everything is nice and tight, and then I go ahead and add a little dab of hot glue as well. Then I cut the ends, making sure to do it as straight as possible, fluff my ends, and then I'm just gonna give it a little haircut. I wanna make sure that everything is even, and then I'm gonna just trim the edges there. And this is how it's looking so far, but already I'm not done yet. I need to make this a little bit better. So I just wanted to char the jute cord a little bit. I just added some fire to it, just giving it that look and burning off all the little straggly ends. And I did the same thing with that piece of jute cord that you can see tied onto the medallion. I removed the stickers from the back, and just like that, we are done. I truly love this piece as well. Let me know what you think. And last but not least, DIY number 5. For this one, I'm gonna use one of these little plantas that I got at the DollarTree. I got this doing a trip that I did to North Carolina. Never got it in Jersey. And I'm going to just go ahead and take some Mexican tape, and I'm gonna tape off the top section of the planter. Once I got everything nicely and leveled, I'm gonna take some of my black folk art paint, and I'm going to go ahead and paint that top section, including the top rim of the little planter. Once I was done with that coat, I just dried it with my heat gun, and I went over and did a quick little, no, actually I didn't do another coat. I taped off my paint because this paint really covers well, guys. I'm just going to tape off, trying to do the same line of where the other one ended, so I didn't mix my colors. I'm going to do another stripe in the middle with a different color. So I'm going to go ahead and tape off the bottom as well, trying to make it as even as possible. And I'm going to use my maize color from Waverly, and I'm going to completely cover this part. The yellow was harder to cover the gray, So I ended up doing 3 coats of maize, drying with my heat gun in between coats. Once I was happy with the depth of my color, I'm just removing the tape. But guys, look at this. Oh my goodness. I guess a couple spots were not completely dry, so my black got a little messed up, but nothing that we can't fix. I just came in with a small brush and a very steady hand, and I just went over those places, making sure not to mess up my lines. Then once that was dry, I'm gonna come in with some of these beads that I got. These I got from Amazon. They are smaller than the ones that the DollarTree carries. And I got a little bit more than that the DollarTree carries as well. And I just put them in different places on the flower itself and on the vase. And this is what it's looking like so far. Let me know what you think. Isn't it cute or what? I love this. There it is on its glory. I hope you like it. Let me know what you think and which one is your favorite. My friends, as always, thank you so much for watching. Be blessed, be a blessing, and craft responsibly. If you would like to follow me on social media, here are my social media links. And as always, have an amazing day. Bye.